Hi guys, welcome back to the Energy 73 Lounge. I'm Calypso, and this is what is blocking your manifestations. What is blocking your blessings? What aren't you currently acknowledging that's just not bringing you the life that you ultimately deserve? So let's get right into it. Archangels, ascended masters, and all of the divine beings who walk the path of love and light, I ask that you protect me as I open myself up to channel these healing messages. Protect all of the collective energies watching and all of those who are sharing this video. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And all energies sent to us, we return back infinitely. May the odds forever be in our favor with peace, grace, and abundance. And so it is. So, Spirit, what is the general energy of the collective right now? What is the general energy of the collective when it comes in regards to what is blocking their manifestation? Okay, we have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. It's like ultimate, I don't want to say ruin, oppression, but it's like, I feel like it's a severe lack mentality. Severe lack mentality. And I hate to be the one to come at your neck like that, collective, but you have a lack mentality when it comes to whatever you're trying to manifest. Maybe you're unclear on what it is that you actually want. You just know that you've had so much of what you don't want that shit anymore. You know, you have two tens here, so it's a changing of state. So you go from this ruin, this, you know, it can't get any worse, this backstab, collapse, ultimate failure, to a sense of accomplishment, to a sense of responsibility, but also a sense of extreme burden and exhaustion, right? So I feel that you are maybe waiting or have been waiting for so long for this manifestation, or maybe it is something so grandiose, so big that you can't conceptualize how it would ever come to be. I'm getting the sense that a lot of you don't even feel worthy. It's like, I've done so much, you know, that wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair. Like, all of my friends or my family know I couldn't do that. And so you're stuck in your head instead of your heart, because manifestations come from a place of feeling. You feel with your heart space. You know, you have to get your mind into alignment with your heart. But I feel that you are very much so stuck in your head. There are no cups out here, at least not yet. You know, and you're taking a very logical and rational 3D approach to what you want to bring to the 3D world, when that's not how manifestations work. It's a very, it's energetic. That's all it is. To call in what you want, you must first align with the energy of that, with what, you know, what you want, however you say it. So let's see what the external influences are that my collective, it's the external energy. It's the external energy influencing the collective. All right, I'm gonna shuffle y'all again. See the Sun and the Ten of Cups. So, I mean, I definitely see you have something that you want. I don't know what it is about these cards today. I definitely see you having your eye on something that you want to achieve, something that you want to call forth. Yeah, it's definitely a new opportunity for you. But with these two tens here, I feel like you feel maybe it won't be not worth the effort. But I just feel this sense of unworthiness. So let's see. What is the external energy affecting my collective? Spirit, what is the external energy affecting the collective? The Ace of Swords and the Star. So this is definitely a vision that you have. This is you getting clear on what, not necessarily your passion or your purpose, but I think this is you getting clear on what direction you at least want to take in life. This is, for a lot of you, this manifestation coming in will be life-changing. This is a new home. This is being financially stable enough to pay for a home. This is This is something that you can only dream in your mind, is what I'm getting. It's a dream. It's a dream that you've had, and I honestly feel since like 11 years old. You see this happening. You feel it happening. And it's tied into your own uniqueness, your own talents, and your own perceptions, you know, how you operate in this 3D. But whatever it is, it's so out of the box that you're like, yo, it's not. I'm not even going to try. Or maybe you have tried and you've been defeated. It's cost you, you know, so much money, so much time, so much energy. People have kind of just left you for dead. It's caused you a lot of grief. Whatever this manifestation, it will change your life, but you were stuck in this place of worry when it comes to if it won't happen. So right there, you've already kind of like killed the manifestation, because this dream you have, and I'm going to get more into it, is definitely a new beginning for you. It's definitely something that you have cultivated through your wisdom, through your experience, through the fact that you have been counted out for the count, that you've been utterly exhausted and have used all of your resources. You know, that seems to be where you're putting your energy into, to focusing on the negative. Spirit's asking you to just move ahead. They don't really look like, do they look like they have a clear plan? Do they have bags with them? Do they have food? Maybe that's that's a child, but no, they don't have a plan. They just know that on the other side of these choppy waters is calm water. They trust, they go, they flow, right? You have to get into the receptive mode. The flow of least resistance, the path of least resistance. And right now you're taking the path of most resistance, because all your mind can do is do what the mind does, which is protect you. Your mind is your best friend and your worst enemy. So it is pointing out to you all of the reasons why this manifestation will not come into your life, and all of the heartbreak you have caused yourself when you have tried to do this before. Yeah. You've put this blindfold on yourself, these self-imposed limitations on yourself. You know, you have this sense of peace with not expanding. What do I mean by that? You have this sense of peace. It's like ignorance is bliss in a way. And again, I'm not coming for your throat, but let's just be real about it. It's like, if I don't try, I can't fail. So why try? I'm safe here. I'm safe here. You know, instead of taking off the blindfold, putting down the swords, and maybe taking a look at these choppy waters, because, you know, water is emotion. So it seems like you're ignoring the part of you, the wound in you, the trauma in you, that is signaling to your brain the fear response that you're having. And it's not until you take the blindfold off and turn around and face yourself, figure out, why is this triggering? Why do I have a limitation on what I believe I can manifest in my own life? You'll be forever in that energy. Always arguing with yourself why you shouldn't. This is a person at conflict with themselves. And this is also a difficult choice that you have to make. And it's very easy to get stuck in this energy of indecision and stalemate between yourself. But, sweetie, I'm here to let you know you got to come up out of that. It's that simple. You just have to. Like, there's no other way. No other way. You know, the only way that your manifestations are going to be brought to the 3D, to the physical reality, so you can experience them the way that you want to through the human condition, is you have to change your course in thought. Do you know what I mean? You have to gain a new perspective in your spiritual self, in your higher self, in God and source, in the universe, whatever you want to label and deem it as. But you have to not only get in contact with your higher self, maybe your spirit guides, pray, meditate, drink your water, fast a little bit, do some breath work. I mean, there are all sorts of things you can do to align, and you don't have to do all of them. But this is about you really diving deep within yourself. This is about you learning how to sit with your demons, because I feel for a lot of you, you run from your demons. And you're like, oh, Calypso, duh. No, your demons chase you because you run from them. Think about it. If you're on the street and I'm a dog and you're walking down the street, I'm going to chase you if you start running, especially, but you're walking away from me. If you see a dog 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to say everyone, but you walk away from it. And then the dog starts chasing you because now it's become a game to a lot of them. Well, at least for your demons, it is a game because you've never bothered to sit and be with them and ask them, why are you like this? Why are you here? And when I say demons, I don't mean like possessed and all this other stuff. I mean your dark side, your shadow side, your 12th house energy, you know, the shit that we all try to hide from the public, from the world. And it isn't until you really sit, and not only sit, but if you think about it, every time you've gone through anything, even what you're going through now, this self-limitation, the self-imposed restriction that you have, it is your dark side that actually keeps you company, right? They might not talk to you in the way that you would want to talk to. It might be pointing out all of your flaws, but they are the ones that actually come in and show you any type of attention. They're the only ones. I mean, you have the longest and best conversations with yourself inside of your mind. And if you can't learn to at least have your mind speak nicely to you, you are in for a world of hurt, and I'm not going to say nothing, but it will be very, very hard for you to bring any of your desires, your true manifestations, out of the box, daydream size manifestations to fruition, because you will not be able to shift your perspective. It's a major thing that you have to really be conscious of what you're doing. You have to get into the receptive mode, or not even the receptive mode, the conscious mode. You know, one thing that I find effective for myself is that I just simply say, I don't receive that. That it's not consented to be a part of my reality. You know, that in no way has consent to be a part of my reality. And that's for any thought that comes in. I mean, it's so much going on in the world right now. It's very easy to attach to the vibration of fear. So when I find myself in a state of maybe worry or something because I've accidentally, you know, I'm far from perfect, but I might have accidentally aligned with something 3D, I simply say, I don't attach to that being a part of my reality. That does not have my consent. I don't receive that. I do not receive that. Even if someone just gives off bad energy, I simply say, I don't receive that. And that is a way of me energetically protecting myself, but also making my mind aware that we are not taking that thought any further. That thought will not turn into a belief, and that belief will not turn into an emotion, and that emotion will not turn into a perception, because perceptions are what shape and rule your reality. That's why it's so easy to find division in everyone else, because someone does not perceive the world around them the same way that you do, because they haven't had your experiences or whatever the case may be. But it is a very toxic, extremely addictive place to be when you have that regenerative psychological loop, that foundation of expecting things to go wrong, or that foundation of taking other people's limits that they've imposed on you and imposing them on yourself. Because people said you couldn't do it because, oh, maybe you had a drug problem. You've been in and out of jail. You have a record. You don't have a formal education. You have a whole bunch of kids, whatever the case may be. You've now taken what someone else has deemed you as unworthy for, and actually I'm gonna get another deck, and put that on yourself. Like, nah, we not even doing that, fam. We're not even doing that. Free your mind. right here with the Two of Swords, the Hangman, the Hermit. Free your mind, and I'm telling you, happiness will follow. That's when you get everything that you've been putting into the universe. All of the scripting you've been doing, all of the meditating, all of the quantum jumping through the water, the full moon, new moon, manifestation. I mean, you've done it all. You keep doing it all. But nothing's going to happen until you rid yourself of this lack mentality. When you just honestly get to the point and say, you know what? I don't, look, he got a head. I'm pretty sure he looking like, I don't know how this going to work, but it is. I don't know how this is going to work, but it is. And once you get into that mode and you keep telling yourself that everything's always worked out for me, everything is always working out for me, it's just you keep repeating that until that is what you believe, or find another affirmation, hell. But when you start doing those things, your mind will then start to look for all of the ways that it can bring you those manifestations, not all of the ways to show you that it can't. You control your minds. You know, you steer the cart. You tell it which way to go. It's time for you to stand in your power. It's time for you to get into that that male principle, whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter what your avatar is, what your gender is, what your sex is. What I'm saying is the Emperor stands in the masculine principle where he takes action, right? You know, masculine is all about giving. So this is about you giving, you surrendering to source, universe, God, higher self, so that you can bring forth the manifestations because you hold the power. And this isn't something that you're used to because you need to see the proof in the pudding before you even taste the pudding. However, you're having a kind of like a whole, wow, crisis, justice, King of Pentacles. It's like once you let go, once you kind of just let the cookie crumble and let the transformation happen, let Pluto do his thing. Hold on, y'all. I got to get my water. Hold on. You'll find balance. You will find how to manifest with such ease. You know, you will see that it's not complicated at all. And while, yes, you might be following a lot of TikTok trends or even YouTube, I would say do your own research, especially you want to know exactly the origins of the ritual you're doing or anything like that. Just be careful, like I always say. But with the justice here, it's going to restore balance and you're going to remember who you are. And this is going to allow you to manifest with ease. You know, King of Pentacles, Six of Swords, justice and temperance. All of this together is just, once you get into that receptive mode, once you let go of the control of having to know how all of this is going to happen, you know, once you just sit back and you like, I put it out there, it has to be returned back to me. And until then, I'll take inspired action and just put good energy out there. When you start to realize that everything is an energetic currency, everything, money, everything, love, it's all an energetic currency. You will stop chasing the actual thing, the manifestation, the car, the new apartment, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the relocation, the shirt. I don't know. You will stop chasing the things and chase the energy of the things. Oh, what's the energy of a house? Stability, warmth, security. You know, what's the energy of a car? Transportation, mobility. You start to think of the bigger picture and you align with those energies. You get into the receptive mode. You don't sit around and think how it can't be possible. You sit around and think and feel how good it will feel when you have those things. Not if, but when. And you start taking inspired action towards that. And I don't mean checking to see how many sales you made or how many people checked out your page, how many people followed you, how many people liked and commented. I don't mean checking on all those things. You got the Hangman here twice. I mean, this is gaining new perspective on what stability or what security actually is for you. Star card out here twice. Let me get this up. You got the Star card out here twice and you have the Hanged Man out here twice. So this is really about you changing course and how you operate in bringing forth your manifestations. This is about you realizing that I have a very specific and unique way that I manifest. And the more you dive deep in yourself, you will realize that. Hell, not everybody's out here writing rituals and scripts and, all of those things. Not everyone is out here using moon magic or mirror magic. Everyone is different. But the more you get out of your head and the more you just allow and release, the more stability you will find. All right, let's get a little bit more. Yeah. This is about you feeling. When's the last time you felt? When's the last time you had compassion for yourself? When's the last time you felt emotionally secure within your own home or within your own skin? So this is about you really diving deep in, like I said earlier, to the root cause of the trigger. This is an emotional wound. This is a trauma wound. And this is something that you really need to take a look at, why you feel you don't deserve to have your dreams. You got the Star card out here twice with the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Cups. See, this is everything you dream of. Hangman out here twice, number 12, number of enlightenment. That's Neptunian energy. It's spiritual, and it's not until you gain a new perspective spiritually, align with your spiritual self. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to find that abundance. That you're going to find that success. So what else, Spirit? What else do you have for the beautiful leveling up collective? Because that's what we just going to put out there. You're starting to see the bigger picture. You're starting to actually have a vision. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the Judgment. I mean, we can just end the reading right here. You're starting to see the bigger picture. Eight of Cups. Okay, good. You're walking away from what no longer serves you, and you're starting to see that this is a spiritual thing. You know, the King of Wands, he is a spiritual elder. He has spiritual vision. Yeah, he's passionate. He's all of those things. But in this context, yes, he's a spiritual elder. He's a visionary. You see all this fire around him? He ain't scared. Does he look like the type of person that sits around and thinks, well, oh, gee, golly, Whitakers, I think that's a little too much for me to dream about. Let me pipe it down. No, he does not. He came, he saw, he conquered. And conquered a bag while he was at it with the King of Pentacles. This is long-term stability. This is, mentor energy. King of Pentacles, he's all about abundance, prosperity. That's what he does. He has stability that comes from material success and status. And the King of Wands has stability that comes from tempering of the desires. And what desires? The desires to sit around and really think that you don't deserve to live a life of blessings, abundance, health, and wealth. The fact that you won't open up your mind, it's like, well, not to be funny, and again, I don't make fun of anybody, but I just try to be real about it. You have been through so much shit, so much fuck shit, and I'm not saying that you're an angel. I'm not saying that any of it was deserving to you. Take how it resonates. The bottom line is you're here now. So if everything else has always worked out, even when you weren't even tapped into yourself, when you weren't even knowing what a spiritual awakening was, when you weren't watching tarot, and shit worked out in your favor. You weren't praying. You weren't doing anything. You was just out there thugging and bugging, honey. Shit always worked out. So why wouldn't it work out even more, even faster, and on a grander scale if you tap in? If you tap in. All right. Let's get you some self-love messages. Four of Swords. Yeah. It's really about you healing right now. It's about you facing and making a truce with that dark side. They waiting for you. They ain't gonna hurt you. They're not gonna swallow you whole because you're going in there as the authority. You're not waiting for them to find you already down and kicked to the curb. You're walking in there as the authority like, yo, what's up? Like, why y'all act the way y'all act? Like, y'all can't see why people don't want to be around you. You know the whole TikTok sound. Yeah. That's honestly how you go in there and you talk to them. You sit with yourself. You deserve sugar, not salt. And this is for you. This card has been coming up a lot the past few days. Because I really think that this is you giving yourself salt. You being salty and judging yourself. You putting limitations on yourself. You putting that shame and blame and stuff on yourself. Most of the time, the only reason why people or certain situations keep getting repeated, like, you know, someone brings up something embarrassing or something that you did that you know, like with me, I was in prison, okay, and it is what it is, okay. But a lot of people have a lot of shame in, you know, their past behaviors or actions, and I think that people only react how we want them to react. So if you go into a situation, you know that thoughts are real, right? You know, manifestations are real. So if I'm going to see friends and the whole way there, the days leading up to it, I'm thinking about how they're going to bring up my prison record and how horrible it's going to be and how embarrassed I feel. And then I go to that place and it happens. Well, I can't be shocked because I literally just sat there and aligned with that event. You create your own reality through your mind. But you have to free your mind. And to do that, you got to surround yourself with love, baby. The self-love. You won't find the love you want. You won't find the manifestations you want until you give that all to yourself. So I hope this has helped somebody. You were all beautiful, seen, heard, loved, you know, all of that. And until next, I love you.